Hello, let me go over how you would use t-table. So the t-table, the form, there are several forms, but basically t-table is like similar to z-table, and you have a sort of bell-shaped form of table. So in using the t-table, you have to look at what is your alpha and the degree freedom. The degree freedom basically is your sample size minus one or sometimes minus two, depend the type of statistical test or confidence interval you're using. So for confidence interval, always you're using two tail if you're using this form table. Let's say if we wanted to find, we have a sample size of n 25, our n is 25, and our alpha is 0.05. So we want to find our t value for this table, from the table t value. So basically, again, so we have to subtract n from 1. It would be our degree freedom. Our degree freedom, or df, would be n minus 1, which would be 25 minus 1, 24. So we're looking alpha 0.05. If it's confidence interval, we're looking, so you're looking alpha 0.05 for two sides with 24 degree freedom. Simply you go to the table, the intersection of that would be 2.064. That is the t-value you're going to use. Now let's say we have two samples. One would be 25, the other one would be 12, and 2 would be 12, and we want to find the degree freedom. Remember, the degree freedom, it would be n1 plus n2 minus 2, which is 25, plus 12 minus 2 would be 35. So again, let's look at the alpha 0.05 for confidence interval. So we're looking at 35. So in this table, if you look at, there is no 35. Some table you may find it. What you can do first, find to the value 0.05 and 34, and again 36, because 35 degree between is those two values. So you can take the average of these two values, would be the 35. So basically 2.032 plus 2.028 divided by 2, that's give you 35 degree freedom. If you notice, when the sample size gets larger, let's say over 200, almost all of the value convert to the z table. So if you have large sample size, instead of t table, you can also use the z table. Now, for hypothesis testing, if you have one side test, you use the value up here. If it's two tail, you find your critical value down here. Let's say if we have, we're testing as hypothesis testing for the same sample we have here with 25, but it was one-sided. So alpha 0.05, and we have n 25. So if we're going to look at 24, now for one-sided 0.05, you're shifting one to the left, which is your critical value is 1.711. So you want to be careful. In confidence interval, always you're using two tail. For hypothesis testing, you have to make sure if your test is one side or two side, then you can use right column with intersection of your degree freedom. I hope this helped you to understand how to use t-table.